Okay, so today we're going to be putting in a phase monitor. I'll show you how to do that real quick. Don't be intimidated, it's not that hard, okay? Don't worry about it. So why do you need a phase monitor? That puppy right there. It's like 2,500 bucks, okay? If that's single phases, which means, you know, it's a 3-phase motor. So, you know, 1 phase, 2 phase, 3 phase. Single phases, that motor will fry and get destroyed. $3,000 down the drain, plus 2 technicians coming here 8 hours or however long it takes to put in a new one, okay? So what are we gonna do? So the way the phase monitors work is if this disengages, it will sense that and it will close the relay and cut off power. So what you got to do, you got to find control power that will disable your unit. So look for things like, you know, transformers, transformer. Okay, we're going to use this one right here. And how can we test this? I'm going to remove those fuses, turn on the unit, see what happens. So those fuses are right there, they're removed. I can actually hear the relays engage over here, but now this unit's basically a giant potato. Okay, it's a rock, does nothing. That's perfect, it's exactly what we want. So that's what we're gonna interrupt with a phase monitor. So real quick, we're just gonna go over what I'm using. So I'm using 12 gauge wire because this has 8 amps maximum. This has a possible of 10 amps coming through here. And this is capable of carrying 20 amps. So we're covered. This is capable of carrying 40 amps, so we're covered. This is the phase monitor. Here's the part information. Okay, this is a 208 coil contactor, 2-pole with 40 amps capable of going through it. So this equipment's more than capable of handling what's going on because this is 208 from here to there. So you'll see how it works. Real quick, we're just going to turn this voltage adjustment right here. We're going to turn this to 208 slash 416 right there. We'll line that up with that hole because that's what we're using. The restart delay comes standard at whatever that is. I forgot what the directions are. I think that's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes is where it comes standards. So we're just gonna keep it there, and yeah, I'm gonna wire this puppy in just to show you. Here's the directions, right? So you see this right there. You got normally closed, normally open, right? So right there, you put your control power into your normally closed, then you hook up your connections to your motor and everything else on your normally open, okay? And then you hook your phases up to there. I just wanted to show you how you can discern the information yourself from the directions. So we're gonna just do that, and I'll show you in real life, and it'll make sense. So I guess I thought it would be good to show intermediary step really quick, just to show you my process. So I disconnected it from there. I connected these to this contactor. Now this one, right, is gonna be connected to the transformer right there, and this other side will be connected to that transformer. And I mounted the phase monitor up here because that's where it had space, and I'm gonna connect everything. Showing you the glass off the front face of these phase monitors. Click on and off, okay? Just show you. Just thought I would show you. I don't know if this is proper or not, but this is how I'm measuring the wires. I connect it to the point where I want it, and I run it up to there, get it, you know, relatively tight or whatever I need it to go, or run it along the path I think it should run, and then I just cut it. That's it. Just thought I'd share. All right, real quick, what did I do? So the power comes from into here, into the fuses, right? The power now comes in to here, right? And now this transformer is not being powered because this is not powered yet, okay? And not supplying control voltage to anything, okay? So you can see this side comes all the way up here. Alrighty. So now, what do? You can see that, so now this would join that. So how do I pull in this coil over here, right? What do I do to pull in this coil, right? So just connect that back to it. So you see on this top side of this, so the power comes through here, power's here, which powers all down those strips. Those come up here. One of them goes to the normally closed side of the circuit. The other one goes to the other common on the normally closed side of the circuit, all right? So now if you look at on this normally closed side right there, right, we can see that this will come down here, right, and wiggle that wire. We'll see it comes down to one side of the 208 coil, and then this other side of the phase comes down to this other side of the 208 coil, okay? So what happens is, you see L1, L2, L3, now L1, L2, L3, That's where it's connected. Now what happens is this thing will say, oh, okay, it will look at it and it'll say, I have 1, 2, 3 phases. Turn that switch, switch, 120, one leg comes to there, 120 other leg comes to there, pulls in this contactor, the power flows through, energizes this transformer, which gives control voltage to the unit. Now we're going to test it, because you see how that one's kind of tucked in the fuse. I'm going to pull that one off and we're going to see if it cuts it out, and if it does, his phase monitor has been properly installed. The reason why I'm examining the phases on the bottom side of the fuses is because I've had people, they've thrown in 60 amp, 80 amp, 60 amp fuses, pipes, whatever, and I actually had a motor on the unit over there get fried because one tripped because it was single phasing and the other two just kept going. So it was only getting half the voltage that it needed. It was only getting these 2 legs and not this leg, and it completely destroyed a $2,500 motor. So this way it ensures, if a technician comes and replaces it with the wrong fuse, it'll still work. So let's fire this puppy up and see what happens. Alrighty, firing it up. Now let's see. So that's on, so it's just going to take a minute to run, all right? Take a minute to do its thing because there's a delay in there. Okay, real quick, I just wanted to also clear something up. That time delay that has a setting on there, that's actually the trip delay. So after 4 seconds of losing a phase, it will do its thing. Okay, but right now we can see that contactor is pulled in, okay? And we're going to remove a phase and we're going to see what happens. Ready? We're going to pull this puppy out. 1, 2, 3. There we go. See? No longer works. So I would say that, yep, that's a successfully installed phase monitor. This system is now phase protected. That's how you do it. Please like, subscribe, comment something like what you want to see, or advice or help or anything. Yep, there you go.